Hi, everybody. I've got another video here for you, and this is little Duke. He is a yearling quarter horse that my mom and I just bought as a project horse. He's going to be the star of the show for the next few videos. And I've got a few videos that I want to put up on the round pen. I've done a couple blogs lately talking about the round pen, and I just wanted to kind of get some visuals out there of what exactly I'm talking about. So I think the purpose of the round pen for me may be a little bit different from what most people think of when they think of round pen training. For round pen training for me, I'm using it as a tool to communicate. I think I wrote in one of my blogs that it's kind of a dance floor. So I'm doing I'm drawing him in, I'm driving him away, and it's kind of the same thing that you think of when you're dancing with a partner. And of course, in the beginning, it can be a little rough. As you can see, little Duke here isn't quite understanding what it is that I'm asking of him, but that is okay. That is completely to be expected. And how do I respond? I just keep asking. I keep setting it up for him and I keep asking until I get the response that I want. But at this age, there are a couple things that I'm really looking for. I'm really looking for his attention, his curiosity, his focus, which every time I get in the round pen, I'm getting more and more of it. I also need to be safe, so that is why you see me carrying the flag. As I draw him into me, I don't want him getting too close, and I don't want him ever getting too excited and thinking that he can find safety too close to me, which the young ones will do sometimes. So I just keep that flag there as a precaution and safety for me. And what I'm asking of Duke here is I'm trying to place his feet where I want him to put his feet. I'm trying to draw him into me and maintain his focus. And I'm trying to drive him away and send him through the round pen just as I would with driving lines. So you can almost imagine that I have imaginary invisible driving lines on him. And depending on where my body is, I'm either pushing him away or I'm pulling him towards me. So it's pretty cool stuff that you can do with a round pin if you give the horse some space and some time to think. The first thing that I want to point out is how much space I'm giving little Duke and how much time I'm giving him to think through what I'm asking of him. In my opinion, the round pen is a place to get your horse's mind and body tuned into you. It's a place to ensure that your horse is ready to ride. And I don't consider my horses ready to ride unless they are 100% tuned into me. I should be able to easily drive him and draw on him without any problems. He shouldn't give me any attitude or any sass, and there shouldn't be any stickiness or any lack of rhythm in what I'm asking of him. Now, that's at the final and advanced stages. What you're going to see in this video is that we are seeing a lot of sass and we are seeing a lot of lack of rhythm and steadiness and smoothness. And that is totally to be expected. He's just a baby, but that's why I'm getting started early. Eventually, I want him to be able to do all of these movements. I want to be able to drive him away from me, and I want to be able to draw him into me very smoothly. He should say, "Yes, ma'am," and do it immediately without any head tossing or flipping of the tail or any attitude. And there shouldn't be any reactiveness in how he is going about it. But in this video, you can see a lot of that. So throughout this video, I am driving and drawing on Duke. I'm trying to put his feet where I want him to put his feet, but more importantly, at this stage in his training, I'm trying to maintain his focus. I want him to be paying attention to me as much as possible. So once again, I want to point out what I think is the most important thing you can learn from my video. I want to point out how curious he's becoming. I want to point out that by giving him a lot of time to think, I have created a curiosity within the horse. So this is one of the reasons why I think people need to be really careful with small round pens is I think that the more pressure that you put on the horse, the more you shut down that curiosity and that drive to learn. I don't think it can be overstated enough that by giving your horse more space and more time to think, you'll actually gain more ground because you're working on the complete mindset of the horse. You're creating a want and a desire within the horse to learn what you're asking. Your horse needs to make the choice to be with you. They need to buy in to what you're teaching them. Think of the round pen as your horse's classroom and make it an enjoyable, pleasant place to be. The more comfortable your horse is, the more likely they are to learn. So give your horse some extra space, make your round pen a little bit bigger, and help your horse learn and become more curious by giving them time to think.